This live stream is for entertainment and information purposes only. Do not copy our trades, as we are just trading to have fun. Many of our trades could already be closed before you even see us opening the trade on YouTube due to the delay of the stream, and we trade offline as well, so you do not get to see the complete picture. We make no claims of profitability. We are not licensed professionals, and we are not providing any investment or trading advice. Greater than 90% of all traders lose money, and we are not responsible or liable for any of your trading decisions or losses. Please trade on demo only and consult a licensed professional. Please read and understand CFTC Rule 4.41. Let's get to the charts and trade safe today. Okay, we're not really trading today. We're just going to be doing a little back testing over here on the opening drive. I'm going to be going back to the D's contract actually, because my back testing data starts in December with the March contract. So let's go back a little bit, and not only am I going to back test, but I guess I might as well just show you guys how I do it. First thing in Ninja, I open up connections, playback. That'll get you a screen that looks like this. Click continue on the bottom. Select your instrument. I'm going to be doing MNQ. No, it's not here. I'm going to be doing MNQ D's. I'm going to have to change it. Once you open up playback, you get a little window like this, but I got to change my contract because right now it's the June contract. And I got to change it to 12/24. Click OK. Loading. It's not going to make sense because my data is in 2025. So I need to go back to September. November, October, September, and let's see the third Friday. Well, the third Friday we know the roll for sure happened, so let's start on September 23rd. And we're not going to load from September 23rd all the way till March. That would be ridiculous. Let's go to the first week of October, then we can load more data. So that's not too bad over there. That's September 23rd until October 5th. September 23rd is a Monday. Yeah, perfect. So we're going to start it just to make sure we got data coming in. Excellent. Okay, that's like the 700th time that's happened to me. That's unbelievable how often that happens. And I swear, this software needs like an alert or something, or an alarm when the audio's not on after 30 seconds. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so let me start over. I'm going to be back testing my opening drive. My opening drive trades with an algo. If I click on my strategies here, you'll see it's an algo I created. It's a variation of the opening drive trader. You can see it. Futures floor 002 opening drive trader. I run it on Sim 102 every day when in my live stream in the morning, but the results are pretty spectacular. I've started tracking it, kind of made like a new day one in my Discord, but it's been struggling. But I know that this system will come through. I'm going to do a quick back test from September till December in the DEES contract. The rules are simple. It's an 8-period price channel, or also known as the Donchin channel. First candle after the open at 9:30 to close outside of the channel. And in order to get a close outside the channel, just so that you guys know, you need to set a displacement of 1. Let me show you the settings. Anybody going to watch this later on, there you go, displacement 1. If I set the displacement to 0, you'll never have a close outside the channel. See, it's impossible to get a close outside the channel. That's not outside. It's on the channel, but it's not outside. It'll never be outside. So you have to move it forward by 1 block. 1 block just means you're tracking the previous candle, not the current candle. 0 means it's the current candle, so it can never go outside itself, the current candle, if you know what I mean. So displacement of 1. There we go. Let's go quickly here. I don't want to take too much of anybody's time, nor my time. So the first candle on the 16th, we go short at 9:31. The price is 19,641.75, and then the exit is on the first close on the opposite side, 640. So in this case, we made 1.75 points. Nothing spectacular, but we had an open profit of 641.560. Not that that's relevant, and it is relevant. It's not relevant. 645.60. Had an 80-point open profit. It's relevant because I also track taking profit when you have 40 points open profit. So if you're going to do something like that with this system, you're going to take 40, 50, 60, 70 points, 80 points, 100 points. I take 250, to be honest with you. If I have an open profit of 250 points, I take it. So that's part of the rules. So in this case, 41.75, and we closed it. So that's 175, September 16. And that's a 1.75. We'll try to do this quickly. They're easy to find the days because I mark off the open with this, the first hour, with this gray block over here, or this gray background. It's the first hour of trading. So it's easy to see. Move forward to the 17th. Look for the gray block. Did I miss it? Yes, I did. I went too fast. Okay. There it is. This one is a loser. We go long at 809. Open profit, the highest open profit is 828, so not even 20 points. And we would exit when we close below the channel at 772. I'm not going to count the quarter points. That's 28 points plus 9 points. 38, that's 37 points, so that's minus 37. Move on to the next day. Okay, so here we may have a good winner. We don't know what happens here. Let's just confirm that we've closed below. The close is 712.25. And if you look in the data box, you can see Donchin channel lower. The lower one is 713. So 713 is higher than the close of 712.25. That means we closed below. So 712.25. For now, just looking at what the lowest point is, since we haven't been taken out of this trade yet, that's 667. That's 32. That's about 45 points. Like I said, I am tracking also taking 40-point winners, but I'm not going to do that today. So let's just go. We're waiting for a close above. There's your close above. Close is 678. And the entry was, so actually, let's revise the max opening gain. 712. And there's your low. 646. So that's 62 plus 3 points, 65 points. You had a max open gain on this day of 65 points. We shorted at 712 and we covered at, just to be sure. Remember, it's not a wick above the price channel. You had 4 wicks above, you had a wick above. That's the close above the price channel. Here's your close above the channel. You can see 678.25 and the up channel in the data box was 676. So 12 points plus 22 points. That's 34 points. That's a 34-point winner. Sweeva next. Move to the 19th. The 19th, unfortunately, will be a loser. We can easily see that. We shorted at, let's just make it 25. Because it's a 24.75. Where did we exit? 50-50. What is the upper? The upper is 49.50. You can see in the data box. So we get out at 50-50. 50-50 and 25. So let's say we lose 26 points on that. Minus 26. I'll show the spreadsheet after. Let's just get some data. You know what? Every time I complete a week, I'll show the spreadsheet. We'll see where we are. I'll keep a running total. So far, let's just do a calculation. Plus, control copy, control V, control V, control V, control V. So far, we're down 27 points for the week, which is nothing. Sounds like a lot, but it's nothing. You got to trade this conservatively because it does have some wild swings. So that's the 16th, the 17th, 18th, 19th. We're looking for the 20th now. No, I'm doing some back testing on the opening drive play. So this is the 20th. 20th is a loser also. Close 42.50, upper 41.50. So we're enter long at 42.50. We're not exiting there. We're not exiting there. Let's see here. Close 25.25 and the lower Dutch channel is 26. So we made it below. So let's check that. Let's see what we lost on this day. 42.50 was the entry. Well, let's make it worse. Let's make it 43 and 25. 25, 35, 45 would be 20. That's 18 points. So minus 18 for the week. On this instance, we are down 45 points. Now let's go see September 23rd. How many weeks are we going to have? We're going to have probably 2-3 weeks in September. 4 in October, 4 in November, and probably the first 2 weeks in December. Paste, September 23rd. Where's my, oh no, I should have the data. Why would I not have the data up? It says it's going to October 5th. It's kind of weird. See? September 23rd to October 5th. Oh, I know why. I didn't run it yet. Okay, I know what I have to do. I have to go to the 28th. That way it'll load all the previous data. I don't want to run it. It's going to take too long. Now all the data from last week got loaded into the system. So now I got to go find the 23rd. That's the 23rd. Find the open. This I'll move down so it's not in your face. Okay, first close outside the price channel right here at 41.75, which is where we would go short. And we exit at first close outside the price channel on the opposite direction. That would be here. Close 82. 42, that's 40 points. Minus 40. Sometimes I'll make it worse. Sometimes I'll make it a little better by half a point. It's really irrelevant. That's the 23rd. Next day is the 24th. I went too far. The 24th. Here you finally get to see the potential of the system. The 24th. And that's the thing. You got to be comfortable taking losses. 40 points, 18 points, 20 points. But then when the winner comes, as my wife would say, hang on to your hat. Close 20,122.50. The lower one was 20,130, so that's below the price channel. You know what? You guys can easily see it. It's with the dots. That's why I put the dots in. You can see a dot, and we can see we easily closed outside below the dot. So I know that's a close outside. And if you want to look at the 930 candle, 930.31, you can see that the dot is there, and we closed under it. The dot is here. We closed below it. Our first entry is at, let's just make it 122. So in this case, we're making it worse. Instead of 122.50, I'm giving up a half a point. And the first close outside would be there. Easily see. There's your dot. There's your close. We didn't even wick. And your lowest point was 122. Your lowest point was 984. So you had 122, 132 plus 5. You had 137 points of open profit at 10:05 or 10:03, whatever time that is. But if you're just waiting for your reason to sell, your opposite signal, that would be over here at 20,041 with a sell at 122. So what's that? 41, that's 59 points plus 22 points. 59, 69, 79, 80, 81. So that's an 81 point winner. Copy, paste. And let's move to the 25th. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought. I thought it would go a little bit faster, but I'm doing my best. 25th, 23, 24, yeah, 25. Why? Oh, I'm not even at midnight yet. That's why. There we go. 25. What a shame. I think I almost remember this day too. Because if you didn't get taken out over here, we just took off. But it is what it is. Long at 161 and short, or not short, but we closed the trade at 154. That's minus 7 points. No biggie. Next day, so far that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's get to the 26th, midnight. Looks like we have another decent winner over here. Obviously, we can see that we closed below the price channel. There's the dot. I hope you can see the price channel. I'm trying to make it big enough. Let me move the data box. I want you to see the data box so you can confirm the prices, but don't want it too much in the way. So we're shorting here at, let's make it worse again by 50 cents, 480. You get a better price, 480.50, but I'm going to make it 480. And we cover at, whoa, well, first let's look what the largest open gain was. The largest open was at low, 307. 483.07. That is 173 points of open profit. Over here we wicked above, but you can easily see we didn't close above. Actually, on this candle we closed over there. There's the channel. So that was one wick. Just to confirm, that was the only time that the upper price channel got touched until we closed above it. I'm pretty sure we closed above because I can see the dot. Let me open it. So you can see clearly there's the dot. That means that's where the price channel is, and you can see we closed above it. But we can also confirm it with the data box. We see the close price is 355.75, and that little orange over there area there in the data box, this is the data box, just so you know. When I'm saying the data box, my mouse is on it now. The orange area over here is the Danchin channel. So if I put my cursor on this candle, we can see the close was 355.75 and the upper was 353. So we can easily confirm we closed above. Now let's go back and get our entry price. 480 on the short side with a close at, let's make it 356. So that's 80 plus 44. That's a 124 point winner. Do you see the potential of this system now? So far I have 4 winners, 5 losers, and we're ahead by 112 points. Later, when I get to a little further in the system, we'll figure out what the accuracy is and what the average winner is. We can start to work on some numbers like that, but we're not going to work on those numbers now. Like I said, I already have those numbers back tested, but not for this contract. I already know this system performs very well. But let's back test it for some periods where I don't have the data, which is what we're doing now. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Let's get to Friday. That would be the 23rd, 24th, the 27th. The next day. The 27th looks like a small loser. We're shorting below the price channel. No, sorry. We're not shorting below the price channel. We're shorting on the first bar that closes outside. That's wrong too. We're taking a trade on the first bar that closes outside the price channel. That's accurate. And in this case, the first bar that closes outside the price channel is one that closes below the price channel. So then we're taking a short. There we go. That's accurate. That's court of law accurate. So we are shorting at 354. Let's get a worse price. And we are covering at the first bar close outside the price channel on the opposite direction. So since we are shorting and we got to close below the lower line, now we need to close above the upper line, which was here. I don't know if I should repeat the rules on every day. It's going to go too slow. 355, 354 is we're shorting, and we're covering at 359. That's a big 5-point loser. Yesterday was a 125 point winner. Just put it in perspective. -5. Okay, next week starts September 30th. Let me just copy and paste. And let me do a little bit of saving here. Can I make this smaller? Yeah, save. Don't want to lose my data. Don't want to have to start over. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the 30th, right? Oh, I have to move my data forward now a week using this here. So I'm going to go to I guess the 4th. I have to press play so it loads the data. And now next step, I have to move this. I'll move this to the 25th. I have to press play so it loads the data. And then we're going to go week by week. So now I go to the 5th. Loads the data. So what I just did now is I loaded the data for the week ending of the 5th. 23rd. Let me just change my date on the tracking spreadsheet. It's off screen for now, but you don't need it. Okay, so we got to start with the 30th. Move this out of the way. I know I'm going to have to go back somewhere over here. You can just look at the data box. The dates are right here where my cursor is. Right now I'm on October 2nd. I got to go to the 30th. There we go. Let's go back. My data box is in the way. You know what? Make it smaller. There we go. Move it here. Stretch it out. And you definitely want to see the data box, of course, so you can confirm shit. Okay, first bar to close outside. Well, this one didn't close below. It was a down candle. This one closed above. So we are going long at 219.50. And we are covering at the first one to close below. Well, did this one close below? It closed at 231. And we can see the Donchian channel is 232. So it did close below at 231. So long at, let's make it 220. 231, it made a lousy 11 points. Let's see if it went up by 40 points. $219, let's say 220. Did we hit as high as 260? Because I take 40 points. Yeah, high 264. So I would have gotten 40 points out of that. I take out 40 points. I like taking out 40 points. And look how this thing ran to the downside after. Okay, that's irrelevant. That's not the system. I do like to look sometimes. Next is October 1st. October 1st. Whoa, we got to check this one closely. Okay, I got to open it up. This is the first candle right here. 9:30 to 9:31. You can see the time is 9:31. Ninja Trader. It posts the time of the candle when it closes. So this one closed at 9:31, which means it was the 9:30 to 9:31 candle. We can easily see we didn't close above the channel, but we can confirm it. Closed 255 with the upper was 256. We closed 1 point below. Next candle, we didn't close below or above the price channels, and the next candle we did close below. So that's where we would go short. What a tumble took. Closed at 20,200. What a ride. We never closed above over here. We can confirm 42.50 when it was 47. The close was 43 when the channel was 49. And this close was 46 when the channel was 49. So we still didn't close above. Let's check over here on this. This obviously we can see clearly. I think it didn't close above. Let me open it up. You can see this one didn't, but what about this one? 70.25. Nope. The upper was 70.50. Remember, I run this on an algo, automated, so it would not have covered. Let's keep going. No, 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 no. All of them did not close above 33, 35. No, this one closed above. Easy to see. 9.55. So let's see how many points we scooped up on this trade. 9.55. Remember that. And we shorted at 200. So this one took 245 points. Yes, you heard me right. 245 point winner. I take 40 points. I also take 250 points. I said that in the beginning. So now we're already killing it. Copy. Paste. We're up 363 points since we started. Just to let you know, that's $6,000, almost $7,000 on one mini. That's $700 on one micro. And if you trade evals, or you trade with the props, you can see the value. Yeah, I trade the opening drive very differently than everybody's opening range breakout. Actually, I do a lot of things different because they work. So, did we close below? This one's close. 21.75, and the lower is 20. The lower channel was at 22.25. We did close below. Then we closed above. So, excuse me, we're stopped out on this one. Let's say we shorted at 22 for simplicity's sakes. And we covered at 59, 22, 32, 42, 52. That's 37 points. Okay, we lost 37 points today. Minus 37. So yesterday was a 250-point winner. The day before that, 11 points. Now we lost 37 points. Moving to the next day. We have two more days this week. Find the gray box. And it looks like we have, well, not a killer day, but a pretty damn good day. Okay, remember the rules. Repeat after me. We got to close outside the price channel. That would be this bar here. It closed outside the price channel. It's an 8-period price channel. It's true. I have it up here. Opening drive, 8-period price channel. Sorry about that. I was covering it with the data box. I do want you to see the data box. So we closed here at 940.50 for simplicity's sake. Let's make it 940. And we exit at, unfortunately, this was a huge candle. We exit at 20,008, so that's 68 points. What was our opening gain? What was our largest opening gain? 940 right over here, 02, 160 points. We had 160 points opening. Open profit on this trade, not opening profit. Open profit, unrealized. Last day of the week. Oh, another big one. I love it. Let's open it up and see which candle closed below, because this is really close here. I don't think this one closed below. 21.75. The channel was 21.50. You can see in the data box, so that one closed above. This one, 213.75, 214. Okay, so we shorted the system, which shorted 213.75. For simplicity's sake, we're going to make it 214. Because a quarter point ain't going to make or break this system. You can see we're dealing in the hundreds of points. And sometimes I make it worse, sometimes I make it better. So let's remember 214, shorted 214. Haven't even touched the upper channel. And this was the lowest point with the largest unrealized profit. And it is 20,013. So that's 201 points. At this point right here, you were up 201 points. But we didn't get 201 points. We waited for the close outside the opposite price channel. That's 20,090.50. It's true. That's another thing you guys got to keep in mind, eh? If you're trading with a prop firm and you have a trailing drawdown, you got to realize you're giving back a lot of. This is going to affect your trailing drawdown because you gave back. Let's say the low was 13. You got out at 90. You gave back almost 80 points. On one micro, that's $160. That's also why you have to trade it conservatively. If you were trading it with a mini, well, if you're trading with a mini on a 50K eval, you just got 200 points, so you passed. But if you hadn't passed and you give back 50 points times 20 bucks, that's $1,000. And that really cuts into your trailing drawdown. So it's much better to use this with a firm that has end of day drawdown. But anyways, let's get back to calculating. This is at 90. And what was the entry? I forgot. It was this one here at 214. And 90. So that's 140. That's 124 points. 124 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. The week is over. Copy. Paste. Okay, so let's put up the results so far. Let's bring this down. Open this up here. So this is the first 3 weeks right there. I don't know about you, but when I work with Excel, I like it to be bold. So for the first 3 weeks, the first week we were down 45 points. This is the start of the second week. Start of the second week. At the end of that week, we were up 107 points. So that week made about 152 points. And then from up 107, we're now up 518 points. So this week of September 30th made about 410 points. We're going to continue, put the data box back up, and the next day is, let me bring this up. I have to move forward by a week now. So 10:05, I bring it to October 12th. I press play. That'll load the data for the week. So what I just did now, by pressing play, it assumes I want to start market replay from the 12th. So it loaded the data for these 5 days over here. So now I can go back to the 7th and just look without having to do replay. I don't know if you're following me, but copy, paste. Let me create the date here, 10/07. Okay, let's move on next. I gotta go back, find the 7th, 8, 7, find the gray box. Here's my gray box. Let us open it up. It didn't close outside, didn't close outside. This one looks like it closed outside. 25.25, and the lower is 26.25. I think I'm going to continue till 4 o'clock max. So I get as far as I get, and then I'll continue maybe next weekend. Yeah, so we're short at 25. Let's just call it 25. We're short at 25. And where do we cover? Ooh, touches, but doesn't close outside. And now we're trading lower. Not bad. This is exciting, huh? No, no luck. Dun, 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 dun. We lose, I think. Shorted at 25. And this one here closed outside at 36.50. Let's make it 37. Let's go a little higher. Minus 12 points. Oh boy, big minus 12 points. We made 400 points last week and we lost 12 points now. Boo-hoo. Oh, by the way, I'm sure we had a 40-point winner at one point over here. Closed at 25 and we got as low as, wait, 20,125, and we got as low as 20,008, 25, 35. No, we only got the 37 points. So even if you're taking 40 points out, you didn't get it today. I'm surprised. Next trade, the 8th. We just passed it. The 8th. This bar here is the 929 to 930 bar, so we're not long. This does not close below, not below, not below, not below. Nope. Not above, not above, not above, not above, blah, 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 blah. There we go. So this is the first. We take the trade at 953. We're going long at 117.50, 20,117.50. And we're covering here at 167.75. Well, let's make it 167.50. Easier for the math. 117. 167 is the close. That's 50 points. Move to the next day. 7th, 8th. That's the 9th now. 8, 9. Let's get to the open. 840. Oops. There's the open. First candle to close outside the price channel. Obviously, this one doesn't close outside the upper. This one closes outside the lower. We're going short at 266. We'll make it for simplicity's sakes. 267. We're short at 267. And we lose. We immediately get stop. Well, not immediately. 8 minutes, 7 minutes later. 267. Let's make it a little bit higher. Even worse. 289.50. We'll make it 290. So short at 267. 290, right? That's confirmed. 70, 90, 20, 67. That's 23 points. Minus 23. We're still up on the week. 2 losers for minus 35 and 1 winner for 50. Week's not over. Let's move forward to the 10th. 10th is a loser. This is the first part of close outside. We go long at 380. And we cover at, this is a big loser. Let's make it worse. Let's go down by 3/4 of a point. 331. And 380. That would be 50. That would be 49 points. That's a 49-point loser. And we have one more day in the week. It's the 11th. 920. Let's make it exciting. We close below right there. That's the 931 candle at 325. Nope. It's a loser. This is a losing week. 325 and we cover at 347. 25, 35, 45. That's minus 22. Okay, let's run the math for the week. Copy. Paste. Bold. Yeah, who knows? I might finish by 4 o'clock. So now we're up 462 points. But you know what I want to see? I want to see how each week did also. So I'm going to calculate them here. What do I need to do? Equal sum. I think it's sum. Yep, minus 45.25 on the first week. Copy. 153 on the second week, positive. 411 positive. These are points, not dollars. 411 points. And for the last week, just here now, minus 56. So we lost 45 points one week. And we lost 56 points another week. But we also had 2 winner weeks. One winner week was 153, and one winning week was 411 points. Let's move to October 14th. Yeah, I'm going to stop at the end of October and I'll leave November, December for next week. Okay, I got to click here. Got to move the data forward now again because I'm doing the week of the 14th to the 18th, so I need that data to load. So I click on the 19th. I press play. There we go. Now I move back and I'll find the 14th. 14, 13, 14 is here. 14 looks like it was a stellar day. The close at 9:33 is 568.75. Oh shit, look at that. The upper is also 568.75. And I got to tell you, the way I have it coded, it does not take a trade if it's equal. It has to be greater. It has to be outside, not on and not in. Outside. That does not qualify. We don't go long yet. No, I can clearly see visually. And here, this is where we would go long. This one we can easily see it's outside the channel. Look where the white dot is. We are going long at 581.50. Let's make it worse. Not always going to make it better. 582. We're long at 582. 50 cents worse. And we cover at, potentially here, let's see, 650. And the low is 651 on the channel. So the close is lower. 650 is lower than 651. So let's just say we exited at 650. And we went long at 582. That's 50 points plus 18 points. That's a 68-point winner. Next, the 15th. Sorry. I just didn't want to fly by it. The 15th, we close below on the first candle of the day. 9:31. We closed at 20,620. and the first candle to close on the opposite side. So we shorted at 620 and we're going long, and we're covering at 639.75. Let's make it 640, a little bit worse. So that's minus 20 points. Get to the next day. Let's just do it this way. Went a little too far. Okay, we're shorting on the first candle. Ooh, this looks like it's going to be a really nice day. We're shorting on the first candle. The close of the first candle is at 343.50. And the lower channel is at 346. The channel is at 346 and we close at 343. That's lower than the channel. You can see the dot also. We are below the dot. We are short at 343. I'm dropping the 50 cents. For simplicity's sake, 343. We haven't even touched the upper channel yet. Here we touch it and we close above it. 343 and the close is 257. Let's make it 258, a little bit higher. So we got 43 points plus 42 points, right? Yeah, 43 plus 42. We got 85 points on this day. 1, 2, 3. We have 2 more days for the week. Two more days for the week. This looks like another winning day. It definitely is. We are short at 548. We can clearly see, look at the dot right there. We can clearly see we closed outside it. But just in case you're not sure, just check the orange boxes there in the data box. I'll keep my cursor there. The lower channel is at 572.25. And the close of this candle is at 548, so we closed 24 points below the price channel. We are outside the price channel. So we close at 548, and we are covering over here at 474. Let's make it 475. So 48 plus 25 points, 48, 58, 68. That's a 73-point winner. 73-point winner. This week is doing good so far. And let's do the last day of the week, and then we'll do a recap again. So let's just get to the last day of the week for this back test. We got to get to 9:30. There we are, and this one looks like a loser, so last day a loser. We close outside the price channel at 452. We cover outside the price channel at 481. Let's make it 452. We'll make it worse. 452 short, 482. We lost 30 points. Let's just say we lost 30 points there. Don't want anybody saying, hey, you're cheating. You're always making it better. Like I said anyways. There are so many points in this system that a quarter point, half a point isn't going to change anything. Paste, copy, paste. This week made 176 points. So if you want to see the recap again, I'll bring it here. Push this down. Let me just let me make these bold. These are the weekly numbers. Bold. So far we've back tested. I think 1, 2, 3. You know what? Maybe I'll make it a little smaller so we can squeeze all the data in. Come up to here and come down to there, so that for now we can still see all the data. So these are all the losers. These are all the winners. We're up 638 points in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, these are points in the NAS. That's on the micros, that's $2 a point. On the minis, it's $20 a point per contract. So we lost $45 points the first week. We made 153 the second week. We made 411 points the third week, lost 56 the fourth week, and positive 176 on the fifth week. Let's do week number 6. Let's put the data box back up so you can see it. Let's make my spreadsheet a little smaller. And now I got to move forward by another week. This is going to take a little bit of maneuvering because I got to go into November and I have to work with both dates. Let's go to November 16th. I have to press play. And I'm loading the data of the week of the 21st because I just did the week of the 14th. So to load that data, I go to the 26th and I click play. And the data is loaded. Come back down. I'm looking for October 21st. Let me just mark the day in my spreadsheet. Bear with me, it won't take long. 21. There we go. Now we go find the 21st. Let's just go back quicker than that. It's about here somewhere. That's the 21st. There we go. Okay, you can confirm it's the 21st. The date's right there, October 21st. And the first candle to close outside the price channel is right here. So that is at 450 for ease of calculations. Let's make it 455. Right, the close, yeah, 455. And this one exits the trade. First candle to close outside on the opposite direction. So since we closed on the outside of the upper channel, we're waiting for a close outside the lower channel. That easily can be seen right here. So the close is at 522. And we entered at 455. 455, 522. That is 45 points plus 22 points. Right? 45, 55, 65. That's a 67-point winner for Monday. Let us do the 22nd. The 22nd looks like a really shitty day, but maybe not. All depends on that close if it's below, and it looks like it is below. So let's see what we lose. This is probably one of the bigger losers. Did we close below? 381.50, and the lower channel is at 383.50. So we did close below. So we're short at 381.50. Let's make it 381 for simplicity's sake. And we cover at 430. So that is 30, 40, 49 points. Okay, not the end of the world, minus 49. After when this week closes out, I'm going to calculate the average loser, the average winner per trade, and the accuracy percent. So hold on for that. Bold, that is Monday, Tuesday. Let's do Wednesday. Oh, let's make it smaller, otherwise it will take too long. There we go. Wednesday, hard to see, but it looks like it was another loser day. Can't win them all, guys. There's no perfect system. What you want is a rising equity curve. Long at 447. Cover at, let's make it 417, 3/4 of a point worse. That's minus 30. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We have 2 more days, and then we're going to calculate the accuracy percent, the average winner, the average loser. 2 more days. And then I'm going to call it a day for this. We'll continue the rest next weekend. '21, '22, '23, this should be the 24th. Yes, it's the 24th. We are short at 340. And we cover at 338. So that's a big 2-point winner. Woo! Hey, better than losing. And the last one for the week. Do we hit a big one? I think we hit a big one. Wow! I think we really hit a big one on the last one for the week. This is the 9:30 to 9:31 bar. This is the open of the markets, and we close at, For simplicity's sake, we'll make it 520, even 3/4 of a point worse. We close at 520, way above the price channel. There's the dot, and it closes up there. 520, it hasn't even touched the lower price channel yet here. Does this close below? 53.25, 55.25 is the channel. So yes, it does close below. Let's calculate again. We are long at 520 and we exit at 653. That's 133 points. 133. Okay, that's the last day of the week, and I'm going to close it down. So we're just going to summarize the data now. I'll put it up on the chart, move the data box. Just make sure you can see the data. Bring it down. I'll make these bold. Bold. Drag this down. Let's copy and paste. Bring this down. So total is 761 points. What did this week do? Bring this. This is the weekly total. Paste. 123 points. And now we are going to count the winners. Equal. Count. Count the losers. Then we're going to count how many winners we had. So we start from here. We had 15 losers. Control copy, Control V, and 15 winners. Let's just confirm that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There should be 2 more. 14, 15. The count is right. 15 winners, 15 losers. So it's a 50% accurate system. It won 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the 6 weeks were positive. 2 were negative. And let's do now the average. What is the average winner versus the average loser? Let's try and get the profit factor on this. So first we need to sum. Equal sum. We need the total. The gross loss. The gross loss was 405 points. Control copy. The gross gain. V is 1166. We can confirm that with simple math. Plus 1166 minus 405. Sorry, I made a mistake. If you minus a negative number, that's positive. Plus 1166 plus minus 405 is 761.75. This number matches this number, so we know that's correct. Bold, center, and now we can calculate the average winner and the average loser. Plus, divided by, it's 27, plus, divided by 77. So that's 27, 20, 40, 60s. That's almost 3 to 1. Let me get 2 pennies over there and the cents. There we go. We will save. So those are the numbers for now. This is for the first 6 weeks, or starting in the DEES24 contract. I didn't have the data for this. If you want to see the data I started collecting the data. I mean, I know this is a good system. I've been trading for a long time, but I started collecting the data in my spreadsheet December 24th, which is why I'm going back over here now into the 24th in September, even 3 months more back. But for December, let's see if I summarize the numbers. So for these, from December until, I haven't updated, up March 17th, it's up 900 points. And I don't have the, I don't think I calculated the profit factor. Wait, I got weekly summaries here. Weekly summaries. So 1 winner, 2 winning, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 winning weeks. 1, 2, 3 losing weeks. So I have that stat. This chart is upside down. Don't ask me why. No, I haven't calculated the average winner, the average loser if you're, oh, this is the 40. If you're going for 40 points, you had 39 winners and 19 losers. Your average loser was $24. Your average winner obviously was 40. I can tell you that. So 39 winners of 40 points and 19 losers of 24 points. So even if you do it that way, it's a pretty strong system. Hey, wood chip. I didn't even see that you posted 340, huh? 3 minutes ago. I'm just closing up, wood chip. Wood chip, are you never online? You make me laugh. It's time to go make supper. Doing a little back testing on my opening drive. So I don't know if you saw it, wood chip. Obviously, we know, because it's been going through a hard time, and you've been seeing it going through a hard time for the past 2 weeks. What a shitty system. Yeah, shitty system. For this year, it's up. I know it's up more than this. It's up probably over 1,000 points. And now I was going back September to December, because I don't have that data. And so far, for the first 6 weeks, starting September 16th, it's up 761 points. Average winner, 77. Average loser, 27. 50% system. Yeah, I tell you, it's a very strong system. It's just going through a hard period just the last 2 weeks. It's going to pull out of it. I told you, it can pull out of it with 2 days. I mean, look at the size of the winners sometimes. 245 points, 120 points, 133 points, 124 points. It hits big winners. Hey, just this week, traded on a personal account. I did for a while. It's just the swings are hard with the, not hard, but with trailing drawdown. You know what happens with trailing drawdown? Because every time it gets out of the trade, it gives up like 50, 60 points, and it really sucks into your trailing drawdown. So, but yeah, no, it's a strong system. Anyways, next weekend I'm going to continue with the back testing. I'll do November, and I'll do the next 6 weeks. That'll finish the D's contract for 2024, and then I'll check. I don't know if I have the data for the September 2024 contract. Yeah, it really, it's tough when you're going to give back 60 points. If you're going to trade a micro, if you don't hit a really big winner, like this day here that made 2 points, you had an open profit probably of like 50 points at one point. Let's just go check. And then I'm going to check out. So it wasn't this day, it was the day before, where it made 2 points. There we go, right there. Yeah, it made 2 points. So you shorted here at, let me bring in the data box, make it a little smaller. You shorted at 340, and then you covered at 338. So you made 2 points. Yeah, but you're short at 340. It went down as far as 296. So that's 44 points. If you have a mini, 44 times 20, that's $880. If you're on a 50K eval, you just gave back 1/4 with your trailing drawdown. It's much better on an end-of-day drawdown account to trade this system than a trailing drawdown. But anyways, that's it for me. I'm going to check out. That was fun. I have a little bit more data. More data is always better. And like I said, next weekend, hopefully I'll continue and I'll finish off the 6 weeks, and that'll give me all the data for the December 2024 contract. I have all the data for the March 2025 contract. I'm accumulating the data for the June 2025 contract. And maybe I'll be able to get for the September 2024. So I'll have over 1.5 years of data on it, hopefully pretty soon. That'll be close to 200 trades. I think at that point we can make a good decision whether or not we like this system. At least I will be able to. Thanks for tuning in, Woodchip, the Trader 205. Anybody new here, click the like and subscribe, especially if you want to see some more back testing. I'm going to try to do back testing every weekend. I have the reflux algo and the opening drive algo, a couple others that we can start looking at. Maybe even I'll introduce you guys to my favorite Renko system, which I use every day. Woodchip can attest to that. Love the results on it. Helps me scalp my way through to majority winning days, as long as I'm disciplined and follow my rules, which sometimes I don't, but I'm getting much better at that lately. And I will see you guys. I will be streaming live Monday morning. And I will be streaming live Monday evening at 7 o'clock. Co-stream with Futures. Well, not with Futures Floor, with the Joker Trades. We have a co-stream Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. So thanks for showing up. And I'm laughing, Woodchip. I don't know if you hear the song that's playing. And I will see you guys Monday morning. Take care.